Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show. Well, hello everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where we'll be discussing Married to Medicine, my favorite reality show on this World Wide Web internet. This is season 11, episode 8. Now, I was chomping on those snacks. So I'm trying to swallow real good. While I'm talking to you, I think I got it. It's spicy too. You ever had those thin and crispy? How you say that name? Sriracha, girl. Sriracha. Pretzel chips. You know what I'm saying? They're really cute. I have 7 servings, 110 calories. Let's see. Sodium is 230, 0 cholesterol, 1.5 grams of fat, 3 grams of protein, 2 grams of sugars in total. That's why I got it, And trying to have whole bread and stuff, because girl, bread make you spread, just FYI. That's right. For years, once I got to be a good and grown adult, like an auntie, started paying attention to bread. I love me a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich, don't get me wrong. That's once in blue moon. Yes. But not all the time, baby. Not even bread all the time, because girl, bread make you spread. Even that keto friendly, carb friendly, whatever friendly. Now I love a good taco, child. On Tuesdays, that is the one day you will probably see me with some bread, because I got me a good little taco. That's it. But anyway, Married to Medicine, y'all. Did y'all like it? It was a little cute little episode, little cute little something. Toya, girl, are we doing more of these shenanigans that what's the name, Contessa called mediocrity, whatever she called it. Child, when is folks gonna learn? I guess never. Folks gonna do it. Look, folks gonna folk. I learned that a long time ago. Folks is gonna folk. So let's get right into it, right? So Toya, child. Again, this is my favorite show on the World Wide Web internet. All the homies is on there. So Toya and Eugene talking. Toya pretty much is setting up this baby shower event. Was not really for a baby, child. We're going to find out what that baby shower is for, child. Dr. Eugene is like, what? You doing what? So, he's just listening to his wife, and pretty much this was just all she is celebrating buying a Birkin bag, child. I can't even hold it, because I got to explain a little bit about this baby situation. She's having a baby shower, child, and the Birkin's name is Stormy. And she's trying to convince her son also to cook, because he's, a chef in the making, for him to make some burgers or whatever. And he was like, well, how much? I'm gonna need to get paid. She's like, oh, that's for free. He's like, nah. How much? I forgot how much he quoted per hour. But Eugene was like, listen, she got Birkin money. She can pay you. So he pretty much ordered his wife to pay their son for being the caterer for that day. That's gonna be interesting. Next, child, here with the humdinger, baby. So we are calculating, doing forensic accounting for this Met Gala event. Quad come over and she's getting all the numbers and everything, and they're saying how much Phaedra owe. So how much they say? $54,993 collected at the Met Gala. 4,000. Somebody who bid 4K wants it back. They have to give it back. So the grand total that Phaedra owe is $51,169.70. And they're both like, Phaedra said she's gonna come through, but we already gave this 100K check to this man for this organization. So we can't be bouncing checks around Atlanta. So Quad is the forensic attorney. I mean the forensic accountant. And she's like, well, what's up with this 4K? Now, mind you, the instrument or ashtray, whatever that Quad had made and sold at the Met Gala was 4K. But no one originally said to Quad what the 4K amount was. She's like, for what exactly is what was returned? What do we owe 4K for? And they kept saying, well, a gentleman who was told that just go with it was the one who said he wanted his 4K back because he ain't paying 4K for a date that he sure enough ain't getting no bouquet from. And all you heard was cackles, hens cackling, because Quad said, I guess, it ain't hitting. Quad said her confessional about Phaedra, I guess it ain't I guess ain't hidden for. I can't even say. Pretty much Phaedra's friend that she got, some cockamamie dude that she went out with almost 20 years ago, got him just whispering in his ear, apparently. Now, this is all allegedly, allegedly speaking, of course. Apparently, she told him, just go with it. You're going to be on TV. You're going to look nice carrying on. Just say you're going to do it, and that's that and that. So anyway, he called all around town, want his 4K back. And Quad joked and said, I guess Phaedra's cooch ain't hidden for what it used to be hidden for. Now, baby, that man was older than Jerusalem. So I ain't knocking nobody hustle, but I guess since she couldn't get 45 or 4K from Greg back in the day, she had to go to the older gentlemen. It seems like more and more we find out more and more about Phaedra and her and the history of Phaedra Parks. And it's looking real desperado, if you ask me. Conceived the baby, well, somewhat conceived the baby on an air mattress from a felon who just got out. Doing business with somebody who was the alleged boyfriend of the woman whom she sent to prison along with her husband, who wrote a book about her and went to court back and forth and won her lawsuit so that she could tell her story against Phaedra. It's just a whole lot going on about Phaedra Parks that I really don't care to know, but a whole lot is being told about this woman over the years. If you pay attention, all this seems to be true. I mean, just last year, I believe, what's his name? Apollo mentioned how, they weren't really high school sweethearts. It was just, something that they was messing around with. And come on now, we all know that they got married because they thought that they may have to testify against each other. Child, when they say fake as a $2, $3 bill, they know they talking about Phaedra Parks, y'all. It just seems, I'm just saying, the more we know about Phaedra's life over the years, things just seem to come together, if you ask me. So anyway, like I said, homeboy said he ain't paying 4K, but Phaedra, that on that. So then, during the talks about, they kind of, flash back because Jackie was like, well, who gonna tell Phaedra that she owed 51 over 51K? And Phaedra was telling them, no matter how much we raise tonight, whatever is the excess of the 100K, I got it, I got it, I got it. And that's what this scene is from, right? Remember that? And here's the evidence. They present that 100K to Kira, for Kira, what does that say? For Kira, for care. And, they can't be bouncing checks for 100K. Their whole business going to fall underground. So pretty much Jackie was telling, she was just explaining to fraud girl, to Quark, all this fraud going on, child. I'm gonna make sure I get these folks' names right, because I sure can't call nobody a fraud when they ain't. It's only one fraud on this show, I believe, and she went on to go to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anywho, so Jackie is just explaining that, there is an outstanding debt that they have not received her check for, and apparently the streets is talking, saying that Phaedra only wrote a check for $30-something thousand. So it was roughly 20K in the hole. What's really going on, child? See, that's why you really need to vet folks, because this is just ridiculous. Anyway, so the doctors are having dinner. The doctors, I mean, the new doctors, Mimi and her husband, who's an ex-NFL player, Contessa Scott, and Simone and Cecil. And they all greet each other. Hey, how you doing? Dr. G and SweetT, who met Dr. Mimi, who's a psychiatrist. And they're just, listening to her talk and everything. And she's very compelling when she talks. And they're talking about how they met and everything. Whoop-de-whoop, they got kids, yada, yada. And they're just getting to know each other. And they're really trying to, persuade folks to really have a good time with each other. They're inviting them over to the annual trip that they're having. Where are they going? I forgot where they going, just that quick. But it's really interesting how Simone says SweetT needs to get over Heavenly. Like Heavenly ain't gonna change, so it's best just to deal with it. But it's really weird how Simone thinks she's the leader of this group when she's the main one who needs some healing and who needs to do right. I don't appreciate that. That's just me. I ain't even on this show. I'm just telling you how I think. So next we see SweetT is having a mixer, like a speed dating event, younger women, older men, and Dr. G is presenting the older men for the group. Pretty much Dr. G is explaining how they're well accomplished and they're well to do. For the most part, they're not super wealthy, but they got it going on. Hello. And SweetT got some women who ain't broke, busted, and disgusted, but they ain't got as much as the men do. Hopefully they, ain't too much of a mismatch financially, because that could look real suspicious, just saying. Anywho. So they're having a good old time, and excuse me. And then next thing you know, we see the ladies come in helping out. We see Phaedra, who's going to be a part of the speed dating crew, because she's a single one in the group. But although she's supposed to have a man who's into medicine, child, when is he going to come around? We were episode 8. We halfway through the season, child. So Contessa's there to help ring the bell, to help keep up with the with the time everybody's spending with each other. And what's her name? Toya is there to help with the conversations. If she hears something that's amiss, she'll try and help and rejuvenate the conversation, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So next we see Dr. Simone come with Heavenly. Why is Simone bringing Heaven? Another wrong move. Simone said she brought Heavenly because Heavenly is a relationship expert, but Heavenly ain't on the agenda. So Simone can't just barge in some loudmouth heifer who thinks she know everything about relationships to a situation that's being, sponsored and ran by someone who ain't seeing it for Heavenly and who Heavenly ain't seeing it for. I don't know what Simone is trying to do, but again, I don't appreciate it. So then, after all that, trying to tell Simone, like, what do you think you're doing? SweetT, of course, is the bigger person, and like in her confessional, she feels like she's always the bigger person when it comes to Heavenly, even though she's a lot smaller. Just saying. SweetT tried to take Heavenly over and talk to her about, why she, just pretty much trying to gather where Heavenly's head is at. And then before they can even talk good, here comes Simone trying to, get in the mix of things. I'm like, what is Simone doing? Again, why does she keep butting her big mouth into folks' business like it's supposed to be her business? Child. Then the psychiatrist, Dr. Mimi, felt compelled to come over there because she needed to. Because SweetT was like, well, bitch, you can leave if you ain't gonna act right and you woo yada yada. And I don't blame SweetT, but then they got settled down a little bit, and Dr. Mimi tried to get them to, see things for what it is, and just really be here for, for the grace of it all. Then Heavenly sat there and lied and said, well, I really came to, squash things and just to see how we can move forward on this trip. Girl, really? That's what you said? But that's not how it was presented from Dr. Simone's point of view. I'm just saying. Heavenly wanted to apologize before the trip, but that's not what Simone said. She said she brought Heavenly because Heavenly was, could contribute to the situation as a relationship expert. See the lies, the lies, the lies, the lies by the so-called leader of the group. Girl, bye. As you see, I'm not seeing it for Dr. Simone, and I have not seen it for her the whole last 8 episodes, actually 10 episodes, because the 2-part reunion, or however many parts reunion, I was disgusted at her behavior towards Quad's family. Anyway, next we see the baby shower child, and folks are just wondering what's really going on. Who okay, so if she ain't pregnant, what's going on? So of course, we get a call. Well, before we get the call, Heavenly is apologizing to SweetT again. Heavenly says, well, we both said something, but I'm only apologizing for me. And I'm not expecting anything from you, even though we both said stuff. Stuff like that. If I was SweetT, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Whatever. But I was shocked to hear and pleasantly surprised that at this moment, as you see in this picture, Heavenly apologized to Dr. G immensely. Now, mind you, after they had their speed dating thing, they all went out, and again, Heavenly was thrusted upon SweetT by Simone, and they had a fairly good night. They had some cute little memes going on with them. And that's when Dr. Heavenly apologized to Dr. G for what she said, but I think she needs to go online and let everyone know that I absolutely categorically deny everything I said about Dr. G being somewhat of some type of criminal, whatever. I'm not going to say what I said, and also delete out of the internet what she posted. That's the one thing she need to do. Just delete it, so that even though it may have been shared, at least it won't, be rejuvenated again and again from that. Child, that lives rent free in everybody's head to know. Now, what if someone who don't know nothing about this show come across his name and come across what? Adobe? Oh, nah. We ain't doing Adobe. We don't do Adobe over here. No, we don't do Adobe. I know that's right. So again, as soon as that was over, at the same time, the Quad is over there checking on the young man. Since all this mess is going on, and he's doing good. She's just making sure everything is okay. Then we get a call from Dr. Jackie. She's being excused from the party because she has surgery, like the caption said. So, Toya excused her. So then the arrival happens, child. The arrival, child. Look. So Toya has Contessa help her with the reveal, child. Toya takes the covering off of the glass case. Contessa removes the glass case. And then Toya puts the bag down, child. That's the baby. The baby's name is Stormy. And they like I said, everybody's like, so certain people like, I have a Birkin. Yeah, I got more than one Birkin. Child, I don't have a Birkin yet, but it ain't that. What? Everybody's like, bitch, what? This is why we over here? Girl, that was pretty much a sentiment of everybody. Even the son was shaking his head like, I know my mama ain't doing it. Child, that son know what's going on. Toya, this was trifling. I'm just gonna say this is redonkulous, and that was pretty much it for that. Season 11, episode 8. I hope you enjoyed this review. We can't wait to see you again. And come back soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you next time. Bye. All day.